Hey! My first ever YouTube. Currently shitting myself. I have some news. I am going to be taking on the 75 hard challenge. Now, this is a challenge that I have tackled many times before, and I have failed many times before. Some of the times that I have failed it has been on like day 2 and 3. So I am not new to this challenge. I'm also not new to fat loss in general. So I have been on a fat loss journey now for about 3 years. I've lost just over 6 stone in total. And I found it incredibly difficult at some points. I found it easier at some points. But the whole reason why I'm doing this is because I think sometimes you can get caught up in your own bullshit, if you like. Now, I used to binge eat quite a lot. Like, I would come home from work, I would see to my children, and then I would binge eat and eat and eat and eat and eat because it would make me feel better. It was like comfort eating, like at its finest. And I've come away from that, obviously, and I've managed to lose some weight, but I want to do something that is purely just for me, that something I find incredibly difficult. And although I do a lot of these elements anyway, so like I go for daily walks and I go to the gym and I train sport karate and kickboxing, I don't do it all together, and I certainly don't do it all as one. So sometimes I might be really good with my nutrition, other times I might be really good with my walking and my kickboxing and karate, but I never put it all together. So I wanted something that would challenge me to put my focus on it all together. Now, I am a working mum of 2, so I have 2 children. I work from home, I work for myself, but because of that, I have a lot of things to do every single day. Like, I've got sales and marketing and coaching and responding to emails and housework, and children are going to different after school clubs, and so it gets really hectic. So I think I'm nervous that it's going to be too much, but I'm excited just to see if I really actually put my mind to it, what can I achieve? So for those who don't know what the 75 hard challenge is, it is a challenge that was created by a creator called Andry Friscellas. I've actually listened to his podcast now. When I've tried to do this before, I hadn't really listened to the workings behind it. I just knew that it was like a mental challenge with a big physical element to it. But now I've actually listened to his podcast, I know why he's kind of created it. So I'd recommend you go and listen to that if you've never listened to it before. But basically, you have a few things you've got to do every single day, and the caveat is if you don't do one of these elements on a particular day, you have to start again. This is the hardest thing of the challenge. You have to get them all right, otherwise you're starting again. So the things are, you've got to do 2 45-minute exercises every single day. One of them has to be outdoors. You've got to drink 1 gallon of water. So for us in the UK, that's around 3.7 litres of water every single day. You have to take a progress picture every day. You have to stick to a diet. Doesn't matter which diet, just any diet of your choosing. And you have to read 10 pages of a book. It has to be a self-development book or a book that you will find helpful and be able to apply to your life. Now, the hardest bit about me doing the challenges previously has been the water element. Food I'm okay with most days, unless, you know, we're going out or something like that. It just requires a little bit more planning. The daily walks in the UK can be quite tricky because I live in the UK. I live in the north of England, and it is raining a lot here. So wanting to go outside when it's absolutely chucking it down is usually a no, I'm not going to do it, I'll just jump in the treadmill. But because it has to be an outdoor walk, you kind of have to go and do it. So that's going to be quite difficult. I think what else are we going to find difficult? I am one of these people that will naturally not drink enough water through the day and then get to the end of the day and be like, I need to drink it all. Drinking 3.7 litres of water, you can't do that. You have to spread it out through the day. Otherwise, you'll end up feeling poorly at the end of the day. So that's going to be quite tricky. And yeah, I think fitting all this in around the children is going to be quite tricky. So I'm excited to see what physical changes happen, what mental changes happen. I'm excited to see how I can pretty much get rid of my own bullshit and just focus in on something for me. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where this takes me. So I'm going to be doing weekly updates on this so I can show you my progress. And even if I fail, I'm going to be redoing it. But we're not going to fail. This is the time we're going to do it. I'm putting this out there now into the universe. This is the time we're going to finish 75 hard. I plan on getting my children involved as much as possible because I think that's going to be the key to this. And getting some structure around food and working out will definitely help. You know, the weather's feeling a little bit nicer today. We're going into kind of a spring, so hopefully, you know, the rain stays off as much as possible. But here we are. The diet that I am going to be sticking to is going to be just calorie counting. So counting my calories and counting my protein targets, making sure I'm hitting both of those every single day. I am on roughly around 2,100 calories at the moment, and that seems quite high. However, I am, you know, I'm about 3 stone overweight still, and I'm going to be doing all this exercise. You know, some of my exercises will be kickboxing and karate. Some of them will be going for a walk. Some of them will be in the gym. So they're all quite high intensity. I am on a fight team for kickboxing and karate, so I am actually competing as well. So just making sure that I'm staying injury free whilst I'm doing this, so I can still carry on my kickboxing, but I'm seeing results, and I'm genuinely really excited to take you all on that journey. So make sure you come back here every single week. This is my first ever YouTube, so who knows how this goes, but I'm excited to show you.